episode 2 of Cooking with Chef Galmiche, and today we're going to be using some beautiful broad beans, some peas and some lovely cos lettuce.
Yes.
So what are we doing for this one?
So when you look at that, you say, what is it going to do? Right, there's some pancetta as well involved in the recipe.
Okay.
Yeah? So season of broad bean, peas, obviously started already. There's a lot of way of doing that. But there's a classic in France which I really love, which is the same, very great accompaniment for our fish or for meat. It's called Petite Pois, Francaise, whatever the translation is, which is actually on my book, French Brasserie Cookbook, which is such a basic. So we're going to blanch the pea a little bit, yeah. We're going to blanch this broad bean there, of course. Bon, in fine dining, generally speaking, we take this envelope. A lot of pub or gastropub or places where they do big numbers, whatever, they don't do it, okay? But it does change a bit the flavor. If you've got time to do it, it's kind of better, all right? Okay. And we've got a cos lettuce in here, which we're going to braise a pan roast. And we've got pancetta. So it's really, really nice dish. It's very French, it's very interesting, but it's used all the ingredients very nicely without overcooking them, without changing color. The problem of broad bean and peas, people tend to overcook. So first of all, they shrivel a little bit, this one, because they've been overdone, and this one changes the color too quickly, goes to a kind of a pale brown and all this, and you know, it's completely overcooked. Yep. And we don't want that, so we're going to make sure to keep all the colors and everything. And lettuce. And lettuce, another thing which people think you can't braise them or cook them. In France, it's very popular. We do chicorée like that, we do cos lettuce, we do different lettuce we cook as a vegetable, and it's a delight. The only thing, and Chinese cuisine do that as well, the only thing to do is not to overcook it. You need to keep the crunchiness of it. And that's what we'll do. So that will be a second dish. It's really, really nice. Great. Great accompaniment for a lovely pork chop, for a lovely piece of salmon. Salmon goes so well with all these products. Pan roasted, you don't need to, because that is already half baked and half so you don't need to kind of bake your salmon or poach it. I think that's better with a pan fried salmon. Okay. Small sauce on the top and all. Okay. So that will be our second dish for today.
All right. Let's get straight into it then.
Okay, so we're going to do Petite Pois à la Francaise. That's a traditional French recipe, which is a kind of braised peas and broad bean, and after that roasted lettuce, and also a little bit of onion, and also a little bit of pancetta. So first we're going to blanch the pancetta. The reason we blanch the pancetta, sometimes it's too salty, so you need to take some of the salt out, and also sometimes it's too fatty, so you take a little bit of fat out. Okay, so just blanch them, and after you can roast them. All right. So put my thing on in here. Voilà, very simple. I'm just going to, when we say blanch, generally speaking, it's not 10 hours cooking. It's just put them in simmering water. Just bring it up to the boil. When it creates a foam with the fat coming back and the impurity, you just get rid of it. And after that, you pat dry and you just roast them. Okay, done. Up. Just put them in here. I got rid of the blanch water, and you can see a little bit there. I got rid of some of the fat and obviously excedent of salt. So I let them on the side there, and after we're going to roast. And also they tend to roast much better because they release less fat. It's much easier. We just took all the peas out of the pod. We took that out of the pod, but we're going to now briefly blanch it. And those one blanch as well in cold water, and we're going to take all the skin off. Sorry, chefs, you know, but it's much better, much nicer. All right, okay. So water is boiling. We're going to blanch those one. Couple of minutes only. It's enough. No more. And after that, refreshed in cold water, and we're going to take them out. That's enough. We're going to take that. Cold water. You need to drop the temperature straight away and to kind of fix the chlorophyll so the green stay green. Et voilà. And after that, let's put that in here. Put that in here. After that, you just have to do this. You take that off and you just push them in. Sorry, up. Where are you? Take the pea and you break it in here, and you put them, and that's what you collect. So the thing is, when you buy them frozen, for example, when people, I'm not talking at home, generally speaking, when they buy them frozen, they're always like that. You see? And people cook them, whatever, but it's not, for me, it is not the right way. So you have to, for me, you have to blanch them. Look at the difference. The color, it's delicate, it's beautiful, it's nutty. And after that, your dish is ready. You just put them second to warm them up in your dish. And that's it. That's it. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. And after that, we're going to blanch those one. We're going to braise this and roast that. And our dish will be finished. So look at the difference. Voilà. And they keep the color. And so that's why when you blanch them, only you put them in hot water. When it's boiling again, take them out, refresh them. Important to block the cooking and to block the chlorophyll, the color, the green. And after that, you take them out of the pot. Now we're going to blanch this one very quickly as well. And I say very quickly because if you blanch them too much, they're going to shrivel a little bit, if you know what I mean. And that's the same. Those two ingredients will be at the last minute within the dish we're going to do, Petite Pois Francaise. So roasting this, roasting that. Okay? So I'm going to put them in the water there. Okay? Voilà. Just same kind of idea. When the water just boil again, I'm going to leave them half a minute, and that's it. To the top, did you see they went down when you put them? Now they're back to the top. Enough. Okay? Put them in here as well. Refresh. Very important, always refresh so they keep the color. And that's it. And look at that. You see the color change already? From very dark green to light green. Beautiful, super tender. And we're going to at the last minute to throw them in it. And they keep crunchy, fresh, not shrivel, nothing. Very important. Here we go. So this is prep, done. So next, we're going to pan fry this. Cut in four. We're going to probably on only 1/4 is enough for a dish. And we're going to pan roast this now. So pan in here for that. Okay. Let's put that in here. So the same for lettuce, and you make sure that it's nice and firm. Some of the outer leaf, I can take. I will do a salad with it. Don't waste anything. So one thing as well, guys, when you do your food, your thing, I know you know what I'm telling you, but make sure you don't waste. Like a lot of people will take a leek, for example, and we have the sample. You remember we work on that? Mm-hmm. They automatically do that, put the green in a bin and keep this white part. And the green, you can do 25 million dishes with it. It's excellent, it's full of vitamin, it's full of all the goodness of the leek, and yet people throw it in the bin. So that is for me tonight for my salad. I will use it. Okay, so now, cut that in two. First of all, like that.
So can I use any lettuce? Does it have to be a cos?
Cos is normally the one for this recipe. Okay? And now we're not going to do the full one. We're going to cut. So keep that thing there. Only trim in here. Because this is what will hold your salad. Okay? So dead in the middle as well. That's it. And don't forget, look at that. It's going to be beautiful. Don't forget to wash your salad. Okay? Very important. And after that, you just let it like that. And that's it. Okay? Voilà, this one I will use as well for me. Actually, you know what? We're going to do 2 pieces. So we can try some first, no? What do you think?
Yeah.
Oh. And yet again, this is need to be cooked slowly. Okay? All right. So we're going to roast it very simply. A little bit of sea salt on it. That's the same sometimes when you do accompaniment like that, like Petite Pois Francaise, people tend to forget to season. And I'm going to just drop a little bit of olive oil like that. It's going to go a little bit inside, and we're going to roast it. And the same olive oil, the same, everything needs to be Nice ingredient. Okay, now that's a pancetta. Now, pancetta, which we blanch, if you remember, now you can put it in a dry pan. It's a non-stick pan. When you brown meat, there's no point to, when you blanch it, to take the fat off and adding more fat, if you know what I mean, if it makes sense. And you're going to roast it until it's become not necessarily fully crispy, because that's not the point of that recipe, because they're going to be added to a braising scene, okay? And also, so that will be roasted, like we said, and now I will need an onion as well.
So this is the
Normally
roscoff?
we use roscoff onion, yeah. Normally we use the small baby onion, grelot onion, you call that, or the... No, we'll use this for something else as well. What you call the small white onion, yeah? We use for it, but me I like. As much as I can use roscoff, I will use them. I just love this. I'm going to mix it within the pancetta. Oh, that's it. Look at that, the color, beautiful, yeah? And that I don't mind. You see this, I don't mind. Okay, so that will be going with that in a second. As soon as that will release a little bit of its fat, I will put the onion in it, and I don't need to add more fat. Going to just roast a little bit. And after that, I'm going to put them in a pan in here. And I'm going to roast the lettuce back in this. Okay? Okay, and we're going to throw the onion in a second as well there. Huh? Let's do that. And I'm going to finish to roast the onion with the pancetta. But like I say, in a normal recipe, it's a small baby onion, huh? You do with it, and you braise them as well until they are soft, but still whole. The thing is, people overcook them and they just come out of the thing. So me, I'm doing just another version, which is really good because I love. Can you smell it? That's a roscoff onion, and that's why I love it. The sweetness, the flavor, the nuttiness. Oh, beautiful. So that's ready. Okay, we're going to put that. So you can see, color. You don't want more. The thing is, when you blanched pancetta, when you roast pancetta, obviously it will dry a little bit better and a little bit quicker because you took some of the fat out of everything. So the key is to keep it nice, like that, not too dark to thing. So I'm going to put that in here now, okay, which we're going to use some. Same pan I will use, little bit higher, and we're going to braise our lettuce now. See, our beautiful lettuce there. Remember, we put some olive oil, we wash it, okay. We can put it in here. You can use a bigger pan if you want, obviously. Voila. And we're going to roast it now. Very slightly, keep it crunchy.
So how long is that going to be?
About 2 to 3 minutes each side.
Each side?
I'm going to add a tiny bit of butter there, because I'm French, and without butter there's no cooking in France. That's it. Okay? And the butter will help to give this nuttiness, but also to caramelize slightly. Okay? Because when the butter will not, you can hear that. So you can press it a little bit there. Don't overcook your salad. No point. Keep it crunchy. The Chinese are masters to do all this cost lettuce and really quick fry and saute thing as well. But we will show that we can do that as well with a beautiful kind of Petite Pois Francaise, yeah? Remember that? Okay, just slightly. There's no color yet. I don't want to bring too much color.
So all three sides, not just the insides cooking them.
In and out, and a little bit on it, yeah. Look, voila, that's all you need. Look at the beautiful color. Voilà. Okay, that's all. Braise the lettuce, what does it mean? It's not only giving the color to the batter, whatever, it is adding a little bit of water. Okay, it is adding a little bit of butter, like that again. And now we're going to let slowly cook the whole lot, except the top. We want the top to remain crunchy. We're just going to bake. That's what we're going to do. Bake it slowly. Okay?
How long for?
Until it's reduced by half and it creates like a syrup. The foam and the reduction now. Okay, so we're going to do that now. Up and up. That's it. Okay. We're going to make sure that that's just warm up. Okay. Just warm up the whole lot. Voilà. This is Petit Pois à la Francaise. It's nearly ready and we're going to serve it. Of course, we haven't seasoned, so touch of black pepper. I love black pepper, huh? Absolutely adore black pepper. Touch of salt. So, when I say a touch of salt, the reason behind that, don't forget we got pancetta. Pancetta can be salted. Yes, we did blanch it to get rid of the excess of salt. Still, you just need to be careful. Put a touch of it, it's enough. Okay, we just shake that a little bit. We keep the color of the bean, that's all we need.
And the butter unsalted?
Okay, butter is actually unsalted. Yes. That's it. Now we're going to dress that. Okay, here we go. Petit pois à la française. Ready. Plate. Fork. So, look at that. Beautiful braised lettuce. Never mind the peas in here, huh? It doesn't matter. Eh? Well, the smell is just, guys, I can promise you. That's it. Take a spoon now. See the color? That's what you want. You want them to keep the color. And the pancetta, and the more garnish, and the onion. Look at that. And what it does, it gives you this kind of almost a syrup. So you serve that, us we serve it in here like that, but in a restaurant they probably would serve that in a small casserole in the middle of the table or something like that, you know. And you can see the lettuce there, which has been roasted.
And this would be an accompaniment or on its own?
Well, no, accompaniment, but to put in the middle of the table for two people, serve that with your roast or serve that with something. But it's just to show what you can do with those ingredients we have today, which are fresh from the market and brought by Four Seasons. You know this company? So, okay, so if you want to show the lovely color there, and of course, when we're going to cut it, we know. Oh, you can hear that? The crunchiness is there. You want that. See? That's what you want.